A doorway somewhere in Britain. In the same week, two people order trading cards from Japan. The first parcel simply arrives, nothing to pay. The second sends a message before it arrives. Please pay before we deliver. Most people assume the first was cheap enough to be tax-free. It wasn't. It was taxed too, collected at the moment of purchase, folded into the price by the seller. So the dividing line is not how expensive your order was. It is a single figure, 135 pounds. And what changes on either side of it is not whether there is tax. It is who collects it and when. We run a trading card shop in Japan, and we ship to the United Kingdom. Today, from a store's point of view, here is how this actually works. Honestly, as of August 2026. By the end, you'll know what that figure is measured on, whether cards attract duty, and how to work your own out before you order. Start with the most important part. Goods arriving from abroad are treated one way below 135 pounds, and another way above it. But what switches is not whether tax applies. Tax applies on both sides. The tax is VAT, value-added tax, the United Kingdom sales tax. The standard rate is 20%. Below the line, when a seller outside the UK sells directly to a UK customer, that is, not through one of the big marketplaces, the rule is that the seller charges UK VAT at the point of sale. The government's own guidance puts it plainly to buyers. The seller will have included VAT in the total you paid. And on the same page, for goods at or under that value, customs duty is listed as no charge. Above the line, ordinary import rules take over. The parcel is handled at the border, and you pay the VAT to the carrier, before delivery, or when it is handed to you. Same tax, same 20%. What moves is who collects it, and when. So what is that figure measured on? This is the part that is easiest to get wrong. What counts is the intrinsic value, the price of the goods themselves. Shipping and insurance are not included. But there is a condition. If the shipping is folded into the price and not shown separately on the invoice, then it does count. In practice, say you pay 140 pounds, written as 130 pounds of cards, plus 10 pounds of postage. The figure that matters is 130, below the line. Written as free shipping, 140 pounds, the figure that matters is 140, above the line. The same money leaves your pocket, different answer because of how it was written. The test is also per consignment, the whole parcel, not each card. 5 cards at 30 pounds each sit below the line on their own. In one box, they come to 150 and cross it. And the 39-pound gift allowance is for presents between private individuals, not for something you bought from a shop. Now, customs duty, does it apply to cards at all? The UK publishes its full tariff online, every category of goods with its rate. Cards sit on the line for playing cards. On that line, the general rate is 2%, and for goods originating in Japan, it is 0, the preferential rate under the trade agreement between the UK and Japan, the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. And if customs reads your parcel on the neighboring line instead, other games and equipment, that line starts at 0 for everyone. So whichever way it is read, it lands on 0. Normally, to use a preferential rate, you need a statement of origin, a document declaring where the goods were made. From Japan to the United Kingdom, that is waived for consignments under 1,000 pounds. So for an ordinary card order, neither you nor the shop has any paperwork to prepare. Classification is customs call in the end. But this is one of the few categories where every route leads to the same place. So what actually happens when your order is over the line? Your parcel arrives and is processed at the border. Then the carrier gets in touch. With Royal Mail, that is a card through the door or a message. You can pay before delivery or when the parcel is handed over. The amount is worked out like this: the price of the goods, plus shipping, packing, and insurance, plus any duty owed, and 20% of that total. For cards, as we just saw, the duty is 0. So in practice, think of it as 20% of the goods plus the postage. On top of that, the carrier adds its own handling fee for the customs paperwork. It varies by carrier, and Royal Mail does not currently publish the figure, so I won't put a number on it. Expect a few pounds. Once it is paid, your parcel is delivered normally. Nothing is stuck, and nothing is taken away. One payment step is added along the way, and you can work out what it will be before you order. That turns into a short checklist. Buying below £135, there is one thing to look for. Does the shop charge UK VAT at checkout? If it does, there is nothing to pay on arrival, and you can see that on the final screen before you confirm. Buying above the line, every shop is the same shape, handled at the border, one payment before delivery. So what is worth comparing is not the tax, but the postage, and whether the shop declares your parcel properly. About our own shop, one fact: we ship to the United Kingdom on orders of £136 and above. So an order from us always sits above the line. You never have to wonder which side you are on. It is always the same. One VAT payment before your parcel is delivered. That arrangement is called delivered duty unpaid. The tax is paid by the person receiving the parcel. It is the ordinary way of things in international shipping, and we chose it because the amount can be worked out in advance. It is also why we cannot send small orders to the UK. We keep our shipping on one side of that line, on purpose. To sum up, one line, £135. One number, 20%. Duty on cards is 0 as a rule, so you can leave it out of your maths. What counts is the price of the goods. Postage is out, as long as it is shown separately. And it is measured per parcel, so a bulk order can cross the line. Below it, the seller should have included the tax. Above it, you pay once, before it arrives. Either way, you can know the number before you order. Rates and thresholds do change, so check the current position on the government's pages before a big purchase. Everything is linked below. This is general information, not legal or tax advice. Which country should we look at next? Tell us in the comments. Until then, buy smart and enjoy your cards.